My name is Sam Benjigurdis, and I'm going to represent Kato Athletic Company. And we are I would say, a unique business that's new to the Mankato area. But what makes us unique is kind of we focus on fitness, wellness, and nutrition as a whole through multiple businesses under one roof. So we like to call ourselves all things health and wellness on North Riverfront Drive. And I don't know if you can see Dr. Matthew Hodgson, he's kind of joining me. He'll be popping in on occasion if we get a question here or there at the end. But to highlight some of our services, first and foremost, we are a 24/7 fitness center. So we are, I'm sure some of you have seen something similar to like an Anytime Fitness. We are similar to that, but in the sense we have very, very unique state-of-the-art equipment located in kind of a off the beaten path location that makes it kind of unique to get to. But we have a key fob system, so you can enter the facility 24 hours a day. We do have staffed hours from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. during non-COVID times, but at the moment gyms are closed, but those are normal staffed hours. On top of that, we offer nutritional supplements through a company called Rexius Nutrition, which we'll touch base on. We offer personal training, which is kind of a personal training theme park here. You'll see photos of that in just a little bit. We offer on-site physical therapy through Body Key Physical Therapy and Dr. Matthew Hodgson, which some of you may or may not know, but he'll come in just a moment here. And then we offer CrossFit classes, and we are the only affiliated CrossFit gym in the Mankato area, and that is through Kato CrossFit. And they've been in business here for just over 8 years in Mankato. And then we also have a neat thing called Eat Fit Go, and that's our on-site meal prep service. So to highlight some of our 24/7 facilities, so we've got some of your standard pin select equipment, so working all the major muscle groups, so very, very user-friendly. Our cardio equipment, we've got a wide variety of that, self-propelled treadmills, ellipticals, regular treadmills. We have a nice little turf area so you can stretch and warm up. We have a very, very extensive state-of-the-art free weight area with dumbbells that range all the way up to 150 pounds if that suits any of your needs, along with some other things that you may or may not think of, like specialty barbells that can enhance some of the resistance that you have on some of those weight-bearing activities. And then we also have some of those neat Free Motion brand equipment, which is very, very user-friendly cable machines. And then all of those unique services kind of tie into what makes some of our personal training services that we offer here in the gym, our 60-minute personal training sessions, makes them very, very effective because we can do so many different things, including some of the equipment on our partners across the gym on the CrossFit side. So our nutritional supplements, I mean, what differentiates this place from other places is one, we don't work off of commission, so that dramatically changes how you're approached when you walk in the door or what we sell, why we sell it. If you just enter our facility, we're happy that you come. You might buy a bar or this product or that product, it doesn't really matter because supplements aren't meant to fix your diet, they're meant to supplement maybe what you're lacking in your diet. They're not even necessary. Excuse me, grab a drink here. I'm getting too excited. They may or may not even be necessary, so we won't pull the wool over your eyes, so to speak. And then highlighted right there is our favorite TB16 thermal burn plug, which we're the exclusive partner and retailer of NG Nutris. We offer that unique product. But if you have questions about any of this stuff or what we offer, you may ask that at the end. Eat Fit Go, it's a meal prep service. So it's in the right image that you can see over there. So we have a nice color coordinated sleeve. So that's our chicken option, one of our chicken options there. Kickin' chicken fried rice. It'll give it kind of a brief description. It'll have your macro content, allergen warnings, ingredients, all those neat informations that you may want to know. But what is it? It's kind of a healthy twist on some of your favorite meals that you would cook at home or you even get at your favorite restaurant. They're produced in Omaha, Nebraska. They're flash cooled, immediately shipped here, 2-day shipped here with ice packs and coolers. And then we have them all loaded on site in a cooler for you. You don't have to pre-order them. That's what makes it convenient. You can just stop by and get one, or you can get 20 without giving us a heads up. They're just always here ready for you. And then we'll let Dr. Matt here.
So most of you guys know me, Dr. Matt, from Body Key Physical Therapy. I presented at 1Million Cups before. It is really nice having a location built into Kato Athletic Company, simply because I have that foot traffic that's coming and going. I can actually be there on the time of somebody having some discomfort. If they're moving, doing a squat, they could have a knee injury, and I could actually watch how the personal training session is going, or maybe it's just their individual workout. So my services are cash-based, which just simply means I'm not going through in-network insurance, which allows me to set the rate rather than charging $300 a price. I only charge $60 per session, much more reasonable for the person to actually afford it, especially if they have a high deductible insurance. You do not need a physician referral to come to me. You can come to me directly. I'm very much hands-on. 95% of my work is hands-on. And then I actually refer to my personal trainers to do more of the exercise-based if they need that type of training. So I can find the weaknesses, find the stiffness, and then I can refer them off to the personal trainers in order to do that. And then the maintenance program. The maintenance program is something very unique in the physical therapy world. Everyone knows about it in chiropractic, though. Chiropractic, you're coming once a month. Just to kind of maintain. Now we're able to offer that in the physical therapy realm as well, 2 30-minute sessions in a month in order to kind of keep your body healthy and keep you on top of your game. Something new, pandemic's always changed something new, is on the top right of your screen is the exercise-based physical therapy. So as you guys know, gyms are closed. We can't have personal training. We can't do any of that stuff. However, it's 100% legal for me under my physical therapy license to do an exercise-based physical therapy session. So we are providing services to people that need that motivation, that need to kind of keep chugging along to meet their long-term goals, keep them healthy, keep the immunity based in a very safe method using exercise-based therapy sessions. So it ranges between 1 to 3 times a week, depending on the need and how much their goals need that assistance through physical therapy. So again, if you have any questions, I'll pass it back over to Sam.
Thank you, Matt. And then Kato CrossFit. So again, they're the only affiliated CrossFit gym in town. What does that mean? That means that we get to say the word CrossFit. We get to have that in our name and our title and our marketing and whatnot. But it's not the scary stuff you see on ESPN. That's the 1% of the elite. That's I can't even imagine doing any of that stuff myself. But it's just kind of it's a fun group atmosphere. It gives you that maybe back in high school sports, that kind of camaraderie, the teamwork, the motivation, that feeling that you can't buy. It's hard to come by. We are lucky enough to have them in here to kind of set the vibe on how we want to do business, how we want to be involved in the community and what we can do for the community. And then if you have any questions on kind of CrossFit and what that, and again, that's a whole theme park and personal training stuff on that side as well. If you have any questions on that, we can come back to that later on. So again, that's kind of what we are. So rather than saying we're all these different businesses on North Riverfront Drive, we are Kato Athletic Company, focusing on fitness, health, and nutrition, offering all these different array of services to kind of help make convenience of fitness and exercise possible. So that's kind of one of the toughest parts about doing any of these things. If you can do them all in one spot, I mean, what's better than that? And we do have other partners elsewhere. We're really good partners with Body Concepts across the street with Gary Joe, and all her need to kind of a therapeutic approach and angle at nutrition and health and wellness too. So what can the community do to help? So it's kind of the broad question. It's just kind of awareness, but it's awareness of what makes us unique. So we have multiple products and services that might intrigue a very wide array of individuals for an even wider range of illnesses, whether it's mobility and pain, or it's nutrition or motivation or lack of access to equipment. There's a lot of different things that we can help them with. And then health and wellness, you know, with those kind of unprecedented times, the importance of health and wellness, immunity health, it's kind of front and center of the conversation. So just getting involved, and the easier it is to get involved, the better your chances are of kind of staying on track and actually reaching those goals in the future, whether it's just health, nutrition, and so forth. And then again, kind of comes back to the convenience of our one-stop shop. That's what's been the biggest success of, aside from us all being like-minded business owners, this would be the convenience is the biggest factor. It's if you can just get it all done. We have people scheduling personal training sessions with classes back to back with physical therapy sessions, and then they get their product, and then they're excuse me, we're in an oxygen there, and even their dinner for the night, all in one stop. So that's kind of how the community can help. Is overall awareness of what we can do for them with convenience. So that is the conclusion of our presentation, and I appreciate the opportunity. Now, if you have any questions, please send them my way.
Couldn't have said it better. Nice energy there, Sam. Obviously showing the energy you're getting from your nutrition. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to invite those who are on Facebook, Maria, Ryan, Brad, those of you who are out on Facebook. If you have questions, you can go ahead and post those on Facebook. Julie and I are watching that. We'll make sure they get asked on Zoom for you. Anybody who's here who has a question, you can go ahead and unmute and ask your question, or you can raise your hand if you want, and I'll call on you either way, but you can ask your question yourself.
Hey, Sam, this is David here. I was just curious on your supplements and stuff. Is that food-based type stuff or a combination of food type nutrients or?
Yeah, so some of what the nutritional supplements that we kind of focus on here at the shop, it is a lot of sports nutrition, but it's kind of I call it the latest and greatest of what the nutritional supplement world has to offer, whether it's full spectrum hemp and CBD products. So we've carried that for 3 years now, so long time. Or they can be latest energy drink or health drink or a nutritional fiber supplement or the new protein bar, all those, the new things that you'd see online that you would have to order in bulk or you don't know where to get them. We happen to have all those new things here. A lot of snacky type items because we're in a facility where you have a lot of traffic with personal training and just your gym members coming in and out, members of our networking groups, and then even in those physical therapy sessions, they like to have a lot of those kind of a quick added convenient item.
Sure, and how do people access that now? Are you physically closed at your location? So how do they access that now?
Ironically, during the first coronavirus shutdown, we kind of expedited our future plans. Like we were going to become a 24-hour fitness facility, and we moved that forward just with the snap of a finger. And I would say we COVID-proofed our facility. So we added different doors to lock different areas and sections of the facility up. So we essentially locked up our CrossFit facility, locked up our 24-hour fitness center, and now we have 2 separate doors for our nutrition store and Body Key physical therapy. So we're able to kind of stay open, but at a limited capacity. Only 2 of our businesses open.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Sam, Gary Schott. Two questions, not related, but one just in terms of the mechanics. I didn't really keep as well a track of how many business partners you have, at least 3, 4, my belief, of the mechanics of one bringing the other, so you felt good about the cadre. It's one thing to just say, yeah, come on in, but you want to have a group that is on the same page and has same, I guess, level of professionalism and ethics and so forth. How that, a little bit more about the mechanics and how you, I guess, share customers to a certain extent. And then 2, separate from that, the prepared food. Do you also, given the COVID situation, revert to having that delivered, that I could call up and say, hey, I want this, this, and this? Is that something you have done or are considering to do given the current environment?
Yeah, 2 good questions. As far as the members were to go, previously the facility that we were in, all you would be able to do here would be CrossFit classes. So there'd be no real reason for people to hang around between classes. They would just kind of show up for class and leave. Now they might loiter around, they might get hungry, and then we have the added convenience of having all that stuff right on site. They can get a snack, they can get a full meal, they can get a drink. salty, sweet, doesn't matter whatever they want. We have a nice kind of a lounge area, which enables that because we want people to kind of hang out here. It might be somebody's only positive part of the day. We might be the light of their day. So we want to kind of provide a space for them to feel welcome. And then on top of that, if people get hurt all the time, they have a question, they got a sore knee, they got a sore this or that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand the services. I'm talking about the owners. How did you identify Dr. Matt? Who is in any type of group? There's somebody who's a leader. Did you say, okay, I'm going to build this with the services you just described? And I searched out, I found Dr. Matt, or I got somebody here, or I had a relationship. I'm talking about the business partners, the services I get.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding your model.
Yeah. So basically, the way we all came together was completely by fluke. So what happened is, Kato CrossFit was here. I used a new location, but at the time, we all met through BNI, which most of you guys would know what BNI is. Sam was going to move into Kato CrossFit as it was already because Ben Janicki, the owner of Kato CrossFit, really wanted a supplement store here. And so at that time, we actually, I was searching for a new place. I'm like, hey, Ben, would this be beneficial? And then we kind of looked at the big picture and we're like, wow, this really works because the convenience, the accessibility, the ability to get an answer to any question that you have health related immediately because we're all in-house really, really worked well. So really there's not one sole leader. It's kind of all three of us kind of working together, helping that customer decide what's best for them. So most of the times they're going to come in as a Kato CrossFit athlete or as a Kato Athletic Company 24/7 access athlete. And then they're going to say like, oh, wow, my knee is hurting. And then they're going to
Right. So it just kind of happened organically. There wasn't a strategic point person said, I want to build this thing. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, it kind of happened. And
All right.
now we're leading toward, we want to keep expanding and getting bigger and incorporate more business owners as well.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Once we moved in together, we found out that we actually were like-minded and we fed off that energy, and then that kind of amplified everything we wanted to do. What was the second part of your question?
Eat to go delivery.
Oh, the Eat Fit Go delivery. With that, so the meals are they're under $10. Most of them are they're about $8, $9.50. And then with the shipping, it eats up a lot of the margin of that meal. So in order to we move them in mass quantities, and we move 400 or 500 meals a month. So there's a good number of them, and that kind of offsets the cost of the shipping. But most of the margin's eaten up by the shipping, and it's kind of, as far as business-wise, it's a great part of the business. It's a major focus and part of the business, but I'm keeping it affordable so we can keep that going. And it's just kind of a convenience item that I'm offering everybody. So there's as far as DoorDash or something of that nature, I've looked into that, but it would almost cost me more money than it would do anything else. What else? Does anybody have any other questions for us?
I have one. Excuse me. Sarah Hansen, I was just curious if you guys have done anything with the gym to pivot that during the recent shutdown. Is it just the nutrition store and physical therapists that are open, or are you guys doing any online classes or anything like that for the gym currently?
Yeah, so as far as the gym, so you can still use some of the gym owned by Dr. Matt and myself through the exercise-based physical therapy. So that's essentially a form of exercise. They do offer online Zoom classes through CrossFit. And then in the very, very near future, we're thinking, of course, before the first of the year, but we're looking to do within the next 2 weeks. We've got a traveling trailer we can come to your home. And we're going to fill it full of all our fancy equipment and bring the gym to you and essentially personal train you in any space that you'd like. So that's kind of one of the newer things that we're looking to do, because got to look at the face of reality of this could be longer than a couple weeks. So that's what we're going to try to do to stay afloat. But we are the nutrition store and our physical therapy department have still business has been the same, if not better, even after the shutdown. So we can likely thank the community for that. So we are still firm believers in givers gain. So we're just going to keep on doing what we do and see everybody on the other side.
You guys, I have a question for you. Could you talk a little bit about who your target market is and what marketing tools you're using to reach those people.
Yeah, both of us can kind of touch base on this question. So, yes, you would like to have a target market, but I mean, our market is, I mean, it's the mom and dad that are trying to get their kids to start a healthier lifestyle. It's mom and dad who want to keep a healthier lifestyle. It's grandma and grandpa that want to keep moving. Movement is life. If you don't use it, you lose it. I mean, it kind of everything that we do, everybody eats, everybody sleeps. There's things that affect sleep. There's things that affect your eating and nutritional habits, and even ability to exercise. And we can, ironically, fix a lot of those issues with one component or another in our facility. So our target audience is nearly everybody that can move or not move.
And I would definitely alliterate that. I mean, we definitely specialize probably in 20 to 45-year-old, potentially this gym being more bodybuilders, CrossFit being more female-based moms. So, I mean, we kind of have that specialization. I personally enjoy treating the 20 to 45-year-old athlete. However, I'm very inept of treating other members of the community as well. So we try to reach, just like the B&I swear word, everyone, but yet our niche is definitely probably 20 to 45-year-old females on the CrossFit side, and then the bodybuilders on our Kato Athletic side.
I think that's really important to think about is like, you know, we all want to be able to sell to everybody, right? But I think it's really important to think about what the low-hanging fruit is in terms of who are the folks that you solve the biggest problem for. You know, what are the problems that people are experiencing in terms of their health and nutrition? So just something to think about in terms of, you know, that target marketing is like what are the groups that are that low-hanging fruit that you want to be sure to target market them, you know, and make sure that's where your ads are. It helps you to, you know, kind of pick out where you're going to put your advertising and how you do your flyers and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what was the other thing I was going to ask about? Oh, staffing. How do you staff when you have all these different businesses? Does everybody just sort of staff their own thing? Or do you rotate and somebody staffs? And how do you do staffing?
So that's evolved, just like everything else has kind of evolved here. So at first, we didn't have, I mean, this is pre-COVID shutdown one. We did not have a front desk or anybody that could answer a question like that. But during this renovation, something that we did was add a front desk. It's kind of our little thing. You saw somebody, Ben, just walking right here. That's the owner of Kato CrossFit. Say hi there. That's one of our business partners. But anyway, so that's the front door there. So I'm able to turn around and ask a question. Maybe it's a patient walking in to see Dr. Matt. I can greet them, say hello. I turn this way. There's another access point. That's our 24/7 door. So I can greet every single CrossFit athlete that walks in, everybody that just comes in and curious where they're supposed to go. I can direct them. And then this person runs the Rexius register, can sell memberships, help schedule Dr. Matt's patients with body key physical therapy, and then assign people up for day passes. They can do about everything. And then if they're not busy, they can clean. So they can do all kinds of different things from our kind of, so to speak, command center. So yes, we do have one person that can run all points of the facility, because it's not a full-time job running a supplement store. You do a lot of sitting. So what you can do in the meantime is kind of help out with all the other businesses. So it makes their time more efficient and payroll more efficient, and there's always somebody there to ask a question and answer questions.
So if somebody suffers an injury or whatever, do you guys on the physical therapy side that would be coupled with strength training, do you guys take insurances and stuff like that? You guys have the ability to do that, or how does that work?
Yep. So the customer makes the decision to come to us or not. I'm not forcing them to come to us especially if they get injured here or not. But no, I do not accept in-network insurance anyways. You can submit to out-of-network insurance simply because of the cost factor. So insurance, if I were to go in-network, would tell me that I need to charge $300 per session, whether it's cash or whether they go through insurance. I charge $60 a session. So you're paying a much less value, much less cost, and getting much better value because they're not telling me what to do. And then you can take that $60 and then actually submit it to insurance for out-of-network benefits. Now, most times you're not going to get anything back, But if you have a $5,000 deductible, you're going to be paying $300 per PT session anyway. So it makes more sense to come through out of network because I can set the cost where it should be.
Great, great. That's good to know. Thank you.
And so as Sam, as you identified in your slide, as far as what the community can for you, and so you've already summarized those things. Perhaps there's something else as far as, I didn't really hear a lot of struggles, but if there's something, assistance that you thought of having this conversation that this region could maybe help on beyond, getting service people to buy your services to show up. Is there anything else that you might want to add what this community can do for you?
Yes, a couple little tiny things. You could follow our social media pages. So it's just Kato Athletic Company. That's you can find us on Facebook or Instagram or katoathletic.com. That's kind of our command center focal point. If you kind of visit our website, you can see all of our different services and answer some more detailed questions about those things. You even have the ability to sign up for memberships online. Right now, all our memberships are on pause, and we do plan on, once we get a date of reopening, we'll have a big membership drive with significantly lower prices, packages, specials, all things of that nature. So if you can follow those social media pages, when we announce those things, we are going to have we do have a fancy promotional video we shot about a week before we closed down. And we'll be adding kind of our information for the special in that video. So it'll be kind of a viral video you see on Instagram, you'll see it on Facebook. It'll be a boosted ad. So if you follow our pages, you'll likely see that. And then once that kind of pops up, it'll be eye-catching. And then you'll be able to kind of be reinvigorated with what we can do for you. And then maybe share that post, and then you might know somebody, oh, I know somebody that wanted this, or oh yeah, somebody would like that. So that's kind of something you could do immediately, even though we're not open to full capacity. That would be great. You could follow our pages again at Kato Athletic Company on Facebook, Kato Athletic on Instagram, and www.katoathletic.com.
Great. Well, thanks for your presentation. Thanks everyone for all of your questions. If you want to give them a round of applause and your reactions on Zoom, you can click on the little applause thing. Or do it in front of the camera. That's always nice.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.